All right,
What I was
we
gonna
can keep
say.
talking though. Y'all don't even know when I hit it. So okay. My all I'm saying is the same people that told you Jesus is white. I feel like helped you develop your culture. So I feel like a lot of that shit we gotta reject.
No, because we don't praise Jesus the same way that they praise Jesus. We don't do church the
Yeah,
same way they do church.
I don't think
So
that's
that was
culture though. I think that's just a biological genetic thing that occurs with black people.
cultural, and that's what culture is, my sweetheart.
Culture not
That's
genetics though. I could be a Jewish person. That could be my culture.
cultural is how a group, one group specifically, behave the same. They have similar morals, values, responses to certain things, and etc. That's what make a culture. So the black church versus the white church. We're both Christians, but black church do white church. I mean, black folks do church
So you
differently
feel
than white
like
church.
culture is your personality? Like no matter like that's what you would call culture. Where if I drop a
Mm,
black person, they have the same
I think it
personality.
contributes. I think it contributes to your personality.
Oh,
Again, your I think your cultural, it influences your identity as well as your
Mm,
personality.
okay.
yeah,
And I think
cause
I
you
think
could.
I think we in a weakened state and we don't have control over the food. Like I feel like with culture, like a true culture, if you and I maybe nobody got that. Maybe I'm living in some unrealistic shit.
No,
But
no, no. First, okay,
like
James, tell
okay,
me, tell me your definition of culture
a
first.
culture to
You keep
me,
saying
the
true
way I see
culture.
this shit, the way I see this shit is a culture, a true culture to somebody is I was here for uh, at least 1,000 years manipulating the land to where I like trials and tribulation, making my own education, making my own way of thought, how I see the world, how I see the world as a black man, and whatever I deem myself and my family, my tribe, and we expand to civilization. But it come from our thought, no interruption, nobody trying to tell us who we are, tell us we wrong, or like, you know what I'm saying, like art, what we have deemed to be true from our experience.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay, that sound like that sound more like tradition to me.
Mm,
I
yeah.
thought traditions
Like
make up a culture.
tradition
Culture
do.
celebrate traditions.
Cause me, when I think of culture,
So
cause like you just
when you think of Greek, when you think of the Greeks, what you think
Black
of?
culture.
What do you think of Greeks?
A
Not
black
not not
culture.
D9. I'm talking about the
Oh,
fucking Greek people from Greece. You think D9 crazy. But I mean I ain't I should have thought about that when I said it because you yeah we D9. But you get what I'm saying. What you think about when you think of Greek culture? You think of something that was developed by the Greeks in their land, they made their guys and their guys look like them. You get what I'm saying?
hmm
It's in their
mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
language. You get what I'm saying?
yeah. But it's just like when you said before about how like anybody could be from technically anything, like how you gave the example of you said something about some place. I think you said Jewish. How you can be a white Jewish, black Jewish, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then I had instantly thought about there's always that one white dude in the neighborhood who be surrounded by a whole bunch of black people,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and that end up being his culture. May not be his tradition, but it's his culture. You know what I'm
That
saying?
Yeah, that's
that's not his culture. That's him emulating black culture and his experience.
cultural appropriation.
Nah, it ain't a cultural
That's
appropriation. It's just he born in fucking a black neighborhood, so he emulating what y'all would call black culture.
that's
Uh,
cultural appropriation.
No, it ain't. Cause he not taking it. He not taking it. He not faking it. Like that's all he know. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Like, but still,
For sure.
that's still black culture. Like what y'all would call black culture. And I'm not saying so. I gotta get better at talking because, and that's why I need people like Jada, Khalil, calling me a coon and shit. Cause it make me I have to talk right. So I just can't say how I feel. I gotta say it in a factual way. We have black culture, but I feel like our black culture is full of manipulated variables that we need to throw out and we
Yeah.
need to add some to it. Maybe that's I should say it like that. I'm gonna say it like that for now on. I'm gonna open up the show and say I've come to the conclusion. So don't but I'm gonna let the show rock. But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when the show
Yeah, I
drop.
agree.
When the show drop. But like maybe I need to say, would y'all agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with
Hold
that.
on. Say that one more time. What you say?
The what I how I'm gonna say it correctly for now on.
Yeah.
That black people do have a culture, but there are a lot of things that we didn't put in it that we need to take out and reevaluate.
Okay. All right. Okay. I see that. What are you thinking? What would you suggest taking out?
Uh Thinking that you have to come from the struggle to be black. Um
Okay.
the way let's get more selective on like talking black. What does that really mean? Because I think talking proper is one thing, but talking white is a thing and talking black is
Mm.
a thing. I think that is a thing. And it ain't just me that's gonna make the corrections, it's whatever people see fit. I just like whatever's not really serving us should be taken out. I think our food, I think we should reevaluate soul food.
No, you can't take away soul food
Okay, soul
and
food,
say the black culture
not take away. Yeah, fuck it. Put the
Let's
yams
just
and the
say,
collard greens. Let's just know that
let's
that
just
shit not good for you. That
let's
should be
just let's
killing us.
just let's just build on it and make it more beneficial some kind of
Yeah,
way.
yeah. We
How so?
could do a
How so?
supper. Huh?
What can you add to soul food to make it more beneficial? Because we do
Man,
that anyway. We eat healthy food. We just make it fattening. We add so much seasoning and sugar to the point where it's
And
unhealthy
that's
for
not.
us.
And to me, I
yeah.
feel like that's not a okay. But maybe that's when my mind
That's the
run
black
amok and
culture.
I get mad and be like, black people ain't got no culture. Cause it's like
That's the
that's our
culture though.
response to slavery. We put a lot of
Mhm.
season on shit because they was giving us shit. We was eating literal
Exactly.
shit. So it's
Yeah.
like, how do I get past that mentally without
But we
sounding like a
don't.
coon? Cause
We don't.
I feel like we need to stop that shit. I feel like we need to get rid of
We
that
need to
shit.
stop eating soul food.
Maybe
That's
only on Juneteenth or some shit. I don't know.
no.
How about certain things though? Because I'm gonna eat my collard greens. That shit delicious.
Yeah.
Maybe about certain things like
Oh,
chitlins. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't
okay.
saying
Yeah, we can get rid
I
of the
ain't saying we
We
gotta
chitlins.
can.
take it away. I'm just saying let's say okay, soul food is something we're proud of, but let's just not overdo it. We don't need to do this every Sunday. This shit might kill you.
But that what makes it a culture thing. Like that what makes tradition. I'll say
I feel like my
tradition.
culture shouldn't kill me. I feel like my culture should not contribute to my downfall.
It's up to us to eat it in moderation though, because we still have
Yeah.
still have a free will as an
So
individual,
let's
and
put
we
some
yeah,
parameters on that shit. Yeah.
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 'Cause I'm pretty sure every Latin family don't do the same thing that they do. They might respect the same God, do the same things, but like their moderation of how they do it might be within their own family
hmm
tree.
Mm.
And I think soul food that's more a southern thing because here in Virginia they don't do soul food like the South do soul food.
Oh,
New
okay. It's a little more
A lot
white.
of black people they don't do soul food like Mississippi do soul food. If that makes sense, like we
Mm-hmm.
have soul food itself is what black culture is,
Yeah.
but different. You just know soul food is gonna be black, but if you go to Maryland, they're into like seafood. Louisiana,
Yeah,
seafood.
yeah, yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Hmm.
But we know what that means. Like
right,
white people don't make soul food. Chinese people don't make
exactly.
soul food.
You you can only get good soul food from a good hole in the wall. Got to be a black neighborhood. You're
Yeah.
not finna get it in Tyson's Corner or um what's the thing? Where a lot of black people are. If it's not a predominantly black neighborhood, you're not
Mm.
gonna get soul food.
Mm. And that's what that's a beautiful thing. I'm learning now though. I think sometimes a nigga might know too much that it throw him off. Nigga get
Hmm.
throw it off. Start
And but ain't
sounding
that's another
crazy.
thing though, because we can only get it from certain neighborhoods. And I remember Jane, you said something earlier about throwing certain things out of the culture, like
Yeah, are
speaking white
are
or
reevaluating it
yeah. But
because a lot of
but what
okay,
James, let Eliza
damn,
talk.
damn, my bad, bro, my bad. Let
was
me
that?
know, let me know.
But what would that do with the people though? Like, cause that would be their culture. You know what I'm saying?
And that's when you get that separation. That's when you get the rebuttal on some pushback shit, like saying like, yeah, our culture fuck, because it's like y'all saying this my culture, and I don't want to identify with that shit. Like I don't that I the pressure of not joining a gang or not selling drugs or not shooting at somebody because a certain person did this, all worrying about me stepping on a nigga's shoe and he shooting me, like all that shit stupid. Like like that
Mm.
shit need to like we need to reevaluate it. To me, like
But you know, as soon as we say something like that, that might be like, you don't know where we live to get to this point.
I
Which
I
I
get
don't
that.
think it should ever be a point
I
to
get
where you
that.
shoot somebody over some shoes. You know what I'm saying?
I get that. I get that. And
It ain't never that deep.
yeah. And I get that. Like I get why you would not like I get why somebody would say, well, you just don't know where I'm from. But I do know where you from, dog. Like I might not been in the trenches of the most trenches, but I understand that mind thought and I understand what poverty will do to somebody's mind. But
Yeah.
at the
Mhm.
same time, bro, you like you got angels. Like, okay, you in the hood, and in the hood you got demons and angels. But sometimes the angel gotta get on demon time to protect himself from the demons. And you
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
get pulled into that shit. But then you eventually turn into a demon yourself. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Through the trauma and just overreacting. Now you overreacting. Now you feel like everybody on something. So it's like, that environment gotta be changed. That shouldn't be, to me, that shouldn't be black culture. That type shit. Like
Yeah.
that. That's not.
Mm.
That's just us responding to oppression, and that's what.
Yeah.
That's basically what I'm saying. A lot of our culture is just a response to oppression. We didn't get to make our culture in a beautiful way. In a beautiful way of us responding to our thoughts and our views of the world. It got shaped
Yeah.
for us, and that's what. That's. I
Mm.
think that's my disconnect with it.
I think
Okay.
I think that is subjective too,
Okay.
because there are certain things where we were limited to, and we made it beautiful. Like we enjoy like black spaces, right? So
Yeah.
I feel like there were certain things that the white people, government, whatever, that they stripped away from us, but we did not care because we know that this is ours. Like I've been saying lately, like how some people were mad that integration became a thing.
Yeah. I ain't
So
agree with integration. If I had to go back, I wouldn't agree with integration.
yeah,
Like we
and
should have
so
stayed separate.
yeah, so there are certain things too that's like that we respond to like due to epigenetics or
Mm.
generational trauma that makes being black looks horrible or a horrible
But
thing.
are we
But that's
calling
also
symptoms of trauma culture? Because that's what I feel like we
mm,
doing.
I think so. I think so because we I don't know. I just feel like honestly, it's who we are. It's who we are, and like that's the epic genetics. Like
I don't think
there's
I'm
a
a
lot of
drug dealer, bro. I don't think I'm a drug dealer. I don't think that I'm a pimp. I don't think that that's the natural state of a black man to sell drugs and to knock down his community and to kill his brother. Like I don't think that's my natural
Mm.
state.
yeah.
But not
So like
saying that's not all black people though. Like I love black college. You know what I'm saying? Like the black culture of black college culture. You know what I'm saying? Love
Mm.
that. I just went to an Essence ball last night. That's Mars Point, Jackson County black culture. You feel me? Dipped in some Mardi Gras. Like I I just think a lot of the symptoms get through. Like the culture would be turning up at the party as dancing. That shit damn to look tribal if we change clothes. and put on like dashikis and shit, it'll look tribal. But when the
Mhm.
guns come out and niggas start shooting, that's not my culture. That's a symptom of my trauma. And the hand of the white man that then gave me this false image of myself. You get what I'm
I
saying? Do
think,
that make sense? All right.
yeah,
Do that sound too far fetched?
no,
No,
uh-uh.
no, because the same trauma we got is the same story that people tell of their own. For example, white people, they might not know too deep of the history, but they're gonna celebrate it in ways that reference our pain, our hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's sad to think about, but I feel like in order for something to work, somebody gonna have to be alienated at the end of the day.
All right, they just gonna, let the demons help the demons. You know what I'm saying? The demon turn
Mhm.
angel making connect with the young demon because he know how to speak the language. You know what I'm saying? He know how to make them feel heard. Meet them where you at. Everybody,
Mhm.
I can't meet you. A lot of people may not know how to meet somebody where they're at if they don't have that lived experience. Some people
Mhm.
can do it, but a lot of people can't. And I think that's even when it comes to therapy, why you might see a black person prefer a black person, or
Mhm.
just with anybody, a white person might prefer a white person because they feel like it's easier for them to meet them where they at. But then you get into classism and all that. But yeah, damn. But y'all making me think though. Y'all got me turned up on a Sunday. Y'all was tired. It's
I
crazy.
think there's this book that we kind of briefly talked about it in my class, and I feel like we should read it. It's it's called Post Traumatic Slave Syndrome,
Mm,
and it talks about how us nowadays, how we have adapted and how we've used like what our ancestors went through during slavery, and how we did take that like survival skills and feelings, and how we respond to like institutionalized racism and classism and all of that stuff, and how these things are like rooted from slavery, and
mm,
how we just use them now, just to get through life as a regular person, even though we're not necessarily experiencing slavery, but how we still take on the mindset of how our ancestors, were treated and their thought process. And
yeah.
even though it may not be exactly the same, because of course the situation is same, but there's still some sort of correlation, like between, the way we're being treated, free, of course, and how they were treated as a slave.
Mm.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm sure it all comes back around.
Nah, that's deep. It's a lot of stuff out there like that too. They do a lot of research on this. They just don't tell us about it. You just wouldn't know
Mhm.
about it, but it's a lot of research done on our experience. But
Mhm.
man,
Yeah,
when
and then it's not to mention. My bad, I ain't gonna
nah,
cut
you
you off. Go
good. Keep
ahead.
going.
I
Say
said
your
then
piece.
then it's not to mention kids making kids and they may not have been ready, or even adults who may not have been able to heal from their trauma, and now they're passing on to their kids, whether it's by saying that since he a baby, like his issues don't matter, or to suck
Mm.
it up, and then
Mm,
just 4 years down the road, the baby comes to become emotionless and ends up becoming the mother or the father in order to cope with their pain, and then it just becomes a cycle with no healing.
Mhm. Yep.
So we start somewhere. I don't know where we gonna start, but you gotta start somewhere. I don't think the music gonna help. At least not right now. I feel like you gotta go deeper. But
mm.
music, I don't know, because people love entertainment at the end of the
Mhm.
day.
Yeah, I'm trying to
And this
entertain them now. I'm
in
trying to
this day and
entertain them now and
age,
make money off it. It's crazy.
so it's hard because I don't know. Entertainment seemed to be the easiest way, but it's like It's like you
Yeah,
fighting 10 people and you only one person sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think only God can save us. I told your young college student that
I
I
don't,
think
you know
only
what?
God can
Like
save us.
black
It's gonna
people.
take God. We gotta find God, and God. Once we get to God and learn how to talk to Him for real, or to her for real, or whatever, and
True.
it's
Yeah.
time, then boom, we out of here. We free again.
Mm-mm. I love black people. I do. Black people irritate me so much. And this right here is a black culture thing. They
Okay.
always talking about
God.
I can't nobody do it but God. God got it. Don't worry about it. Let God handle it. God indeed. He has it. He's gonna make sure everything okay. But people, black people for sure, take it so literally to the point where they sit back and expect God to do everything. We can't just expect God to save us from whatever we're doing as a black community if the black people, the black community itself, are not willing to put in work to make the change. So
Okay. And I
God
disagree.
help.
I disagree with you. I think
Okay.
I think that's because you are looking at a limited understanding of who God is.
Oh no, I
Yeah,
don't think so.
because in your mind you're saying that you automatically think when I say only God can save us that means we sit back and God come. That ain't what I'm saying.
Okay.
I that's why I say we have to find God because I think most people under the indoctrination of this weird ass Christianity that we got down. That sound crazy. I'm gonna put it out though. I'm gonna stand tall on the
Okay.
rebuttal. Uh, we don't have a real understanding of God. If God is inside you and God created man or God put his essence in man, then therefore once you tap into who you are and get that confidence and understand who you are, then God gets released. And we move
Okay.
as God. You get what I'm saying? So it
I
it
do.
ain't
I
it
do.
ain't it ain't just you know what I'm saying? But I think it'll take us coming into that realization of who God is and where God is.
Mm,
Mm.
okay. So we need to seek God, seek his understanding and rely on his strength in order for us to do what we need to do as the black community. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, and that's why you get somebody like the rebuttal saying we don't have a culture because as a black man, I know who the original person of this earth was melanated. That means
Mm.
God is connected to us, and therefore we have the right
God's
to.
connected to everybody.
Okay, I fuck with that too. I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying most of the guys that were put on the wall were melanated people, like people that think like the concept of God came from black people. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Um, and if God made us this color, it must be a reason. But not even to get
Mm.
too deep into that, just understanding that we can't like, damn, I don't know how to say it without sounding like on some black supreme shit. But like we gotta realize that we have the right to judge and to judge the actions that have been done against us and to stand up and we have the right to like move a certain way. Like I feel like we've been turned into like a boy almost. So where we just like we can't even see past being a citizen in this government. But I mean they took over the for me, I don't know. I'm going too deep again. It To me we live in a white man's world where black specks get put out and stuff and you see it, but they keep putting the fire out. Until we
Yeah.
stand up and realize who we are as a people and who we are to this earth and to the planet and to all this shit. And that's when we find God and realize God is inside of us. And the whole time they've been spending so much time trying to remove us away from God. And that's what I
Mm.
mean when we lost ourselves through slavery, because I feel like they separated us from our God and try to put us with theirs. But our spirit's so strong, we still connected to some type of source. Like you can't take our rhythm, you can't take our spirituality, you can't take like just what we do naturally, because we
What are you
connected to a
talking
certain source.
about?
I don't
Like
know.
I
I'm
feel like
rambling.
no. I feel like you're describing a culture, but we don't have a true culture. So what are you saying?
That spirit.
So but it sounds like you're speaking of Black people though, and you're saying we have this that they cannot take away, or
Yeah.
we have we have that. It sounds like you're just describing the culture.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. And I said I gotta say it right that we got a culture. It's just, but our original, we don't have our original culture, but we
Okay.
have the culture we done made. But I think our culture, even if you wipe a black man brain, wipe his mind and disconnect him from who he was or who he was and his contributions to the world, he still got the chance of waking up because he connected to this certain source. He just the black people just connected to some type of source that make us who
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, I don't know.
It does. I feel
Yeah, I
that. Very
guess.
spiritual. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Black people are amazing. I love Black people.
Shit, I'm glad to be Black.
Me too.
Yeah, I wouldn't trade it for the world, man. I wouldn't trade it for the world. But we gotta get Jada back. But as long as you say Jada willing to do the blackout, that's all I care about. She can feel how she feels. She'll at every point in a man's life, bro, even to you, Elijah, like one day you gonna have to be so convinced in yourself that you don't care how many people think you crazy. Like you just gonna have to go for it. You get what I'm
I
saying?
agree. I agree.
Yeah, I
You
guess.
gotta go for it, bro. And if you wrong, you wrong. I'd rather be wrong on my account than somebody else's. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, at least I'm cool with being wrong. I'm cool with going down thinking the wrong shit if I knew my heart was in the right place and I was trying. You know what I'm saying? And like, but not saying I'm not willing to be corrected, but I gotta deem the terms of my correctness, of me being corrected.
Yeah.
Like I'm not just gonna say
Yeah.
yeah because you telling me. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so yeah.
And if it can be proven, if it's factual, or if it can be proven, that makes it a fact, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if you're doing something or saying something based on your morals and your values, you're not wrong. Like I don't feel like you're ever wrong.
Mm.
If that's how you feel, like that's what you strongly believe in, then you can't be wrong.
Yeah.
So speak how you feel, like speak what you need to.
I'm just
It's
learning
not
how to say it better. That's
mm-hmm.
all. Tell Jada we gotta get our round too though. I feel like I hate that she left the conversation feeling like well I think she cause you when you hear it I think you'll be the judge cause it went left got back right went left again got back right like it just boom, 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 boom. But it was a great conversation though and that's what I love about disagreements like if you know how to disagree like I ain't cussing at y'all I ain't like y'all fucking wrong y'all just don't understand like
Yeah.
nah I'm like okay instead of me getting mad at y'all, I look inside myself and be like, what am I saying that I'm not saying right? Let me let go of my ego and hear what they hearing. Cause like I'm not hearing myself right now. So I must sound
Yeah.
crazy if everybody hear the same note. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, nigga. If everybody hear G, but you saying B, then you need to change the tone then. So yeah.
Yeah. Or sometimes it's just really how you feel. You gotta stick to the shit.
Yeah, stand on that shit, man. Stand on your shit.
Mm-hmm. You might be the only one right.
Might be the only one right, and you don't know it because it's 10 people in here that just and you looking at it like that,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm with it though. That's why I'm the rebuttal. Nigga talking like I'm a superhero or some shit, but I'm on that though. We up here, man. How y'all feeling
You're
though?
actually not a superhero. You're like the rebuttal gives me
Stop.
villain. You're the villain.
I'm like
Yeah.
anti-villain. Like I'm here to serve my own purpose, but I'm not on the side of good or bad type shit.
Mm.
Ain't that's what it's called? You ever heard of that, Elijah? The anti-villain? Anti-villain?
Anti-villain.
Yeah, let me look it up.
Who that remind me of?
Like a Vegeta. Like a Vegeta. Like he not well, he was like a bad guy, but somebody that's only concerned about like the Black Panther would be considered really wouldn't be considered a good guy in true form because he would be only concerned about Wakanda. He not really concerned about like he wouldn't be our good guy for real because he really only caring about the welfare of Wakanda.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like that's like
Yeah.
And I feel like that's
Mm.
what me as a black man in America, I gotta be the anti-villain. I'm only concerned about what helps me and my people type shit.
Okay, okay, okay. I feel that.
You like that? It came full circle, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. You almost had me a
Out
little
the
bit.
loop.
Yeah. They said you and your people. You got to do what help you and your people. I feel that. But sometimes you have to be the villain to help your people.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta
Like Black
make
man,
it. Yeah, you gotta make the tough choices sometimes.
Mm. Yeah,
because it's
though.
us against somebody.
Probably. Yeah, I don't know, man. Shit, reality changing every day, man. But somebody against it though. And that's okay. And not trying to make the conversation longer. Cause y'all can get off whenever. This is just a pop-up episode. I don't even know what the fuck I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna put it out though one day. Um the the culture. I feel like maybe my irritation with the culture is our lack of control of what we have going on. And maybe probably it's not real. It's probably no place on the earth where citizens truly control their government. Like the government is performing some type of form of oppression or control or whatever, you know. But I feel like even in America, it's like our culture. Like I feel like if we had a chance to shape our own shit, our culture would fit into the system. Like we wouldn't have systems that are against our culture set in place. Do that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm. I hear you. I still feel like people still find a way to hate us though.
Yeah. Just because. Just because. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
cause ain't nobody gave us our just dues yet. I don't think they ever will. Even if we were to
Nah.
be what you want to call it acceptable in their eyes, I don't think they would care. I mean, people don't took so much anyway.
Instead of taking.
Cause
Well,
like, how far back would you even have to go to correct any of this of other races looking at us any differently?
um, you wouldn't be able to exist, bro. The creation of black is crazy. Like they created black, bro. Let's start though. They created the word black. Maybe it existed in other cultures, but like they created the nigga you see today. This is America's child. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't
Uh-huh.
think Asian people hate Africans. I think Asian people or Chinese people look at black people a certain way. Even African from Nigeria and look at black people a certain way. We created players. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
then what make it even more fucked up, we don't control our image. They put out the image of us to make us look crazy.
Mhm.
And that's why and that's another reason why I feel like the culture needs to be reevaluated because we haven't had a fair representation of who we are.
Hmm.
Or we have, but it get drowned out by the bullshit.
For
Yeah.
sure. Or I don't know. Sometimes the culture can be a disappointment, and we do it to ourselves. So we can't. And even though it is due to like the institutionalized racism, I feel like
Yeah.
sometimes we have to learn to just really stand up for ourselves. But I guess that can be so hard when for generations like our culture was controlled, like our thought what we thought about certain things, all of that has been controlled by other people to the point where we have no choice, like to the point where we get to the point where we have to blame each other for stuff, or it just makes it hard for us to stand up like as one.
Mm. It's just
Mm.
like, when does it come to a point to where it's just like we don't start something? I mean, I'm not sitting here saying we've never tried things Cause
For
you know,
sure.
every now and again you'll hear about this person starting this and this person building homes for people and stuff like that. But like as far as like rehabilitation and things like that,
Mhm.
when is that? When we even gonna start that? Cause like you said, this been going on for so long, but it's like I feel like we ain't really got no choice but to point the finger at ourselves by now.
It gets to
Yeah.
that. It
You
gets
know
to that.
what? Yeah.
They might call you a coon though if you pop out like that though. You
I
know what I'm
mean, I
saying?
get it. I mean, but I feel like a logical person will be able to be like, I see both sides of the coin, and either way it go, we need to come together and do something. Like even if you don't agree on the outcome of my statement, the end result of me wanting to benefit the community will be the same.
Mhm. Agreed.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that's beautiful, bro. I think that's what we just gotta do. Just understand that before you even get to who you think your true enemy is, you might have to go through it with your brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
if you
And the
be
thing
like, bro,
is,
I love you, I don't want to do that, you still might have to go through it with him.
yeah, yeah. In this day and age, we so focused on individualism that it become hard to come together. Like,
Mhm.
cause especially cause there's always somebody downplaying what you trying to do.
Exactly. And I feel like that's because the system have made it so hard for black people that when we get a little bit of success or we get a little bit of money, like we start hating on the other person because just because they have one up to us. I feel like the system have made it so hard for black people to get ahead that when you see one black person get ahead, they either become big headed or they become a sellout or a coon. So we feel like we have to hate on them because the struggle wasn't the same or
Hmm.
some sort.
And that's what need to be reevaluated. Why do we feel like you have to struggle to have blackness? Like
Hmm.
if you ain't eat po' boys and bolognas, and not that shit sound like I ain't even black. If you ain't eat if you ain't, I'm tweaking right now, but you know what I'm saying. If you ain't eat that, if you ain't eat a certain meal, though, you ain't black. If you don't know how I feel, what they say, eat sugar and bread or sugar and some
Certain,
shit, sugar and
certain
syrup.
meal.
Yeah, see, look, I ain't go through the struggle that hard, but like, you know what I'm saying. Now you ain't black.
Yeah.
If your daddy knew was there, you ain't black enough. Like it's just weird. Or maybe
Yeah,
We need to
maybe
get
that
that's
rid of
you ain't hood. Maybe we need to correct it and be like, maybe you're not hood.
maybe so.
we need to get rid of that as the black culture. That's one thing we have to get rid of. But the government, like, if you think about rappers nowadays and what are they rapping about? Do you feel like black little black boys or young black boys would listen to a rapper that's not rapping about the struggle or starting from the bottom or coming out the hood and all of that stuff? Chances
If it
are
sound
no, they're
if
not.
it sound if it sound good, they might.
I
I
listen.
don't know.
I listen to Drake. Drake don't talk about that type shit. And
You know
I
what? You're
I
right.
fuck with Drake. I fuck with J Cole. Like
But
I was just
a
finna
lot
bring
of
up
people
Cole.
don't like J. Cole.
yeah, but he's
I,
still like a top artist though. He still made millions and so somebody like
and I
him.
feel like probably people don't like him because of the whole thing that happened with K Dot and Drake, but also some people don't like him just because they might not consider him fully black, you know.
And okay, me and my niece was talking about this. So we were talking about Kendrick Lamar versus J. Cole, and then we had Lil Wayne. So all of them are like they have different styles, and we was like, okay, Kendrick Lamar is more so for okay, we they're all for black people, right? But
Hmm.
we're talking about how
I don't think
Kendrick
Lil Wayne
Lamar,
for black people though. But I
yeah,
don't think
Lil
that
Wayne
nigga for
all
black.
black,
Well, he
right?
black, but I
And
don't think he trying to
yeah,
be a revolutionary or anything.
exactly.
See,
Not
Wayne represent my bad. I'm just playing my bad.
oh, okay. I was just gonna say Kendrick Lamar is for, I forgot what we said about him, but we was like J. Cole is for the prissy, like the prissy black kids or something like that. Then you got Lil Wayne's for like the hood black kids, and Kendrick Lamar was somewhat like a mixture of both
He the
or something
bridge.
like that. Do y'all get it? Like y'all feel what I'm saying or no?
Nah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're
Yeah, I
saying.
get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Kendrick could go to both of their worlds, basically. Like he could
Mhm.
go to
Yeah.
both of their worlds, but like Lil Wayne represents the
The
young black
hood.
boy in the hood that you know got caught up in some things. J.
Yeah.
Cole is like the middle class black boy that found out he was black.
Yeah. Okay.
And some people might not fuck with him just off of that. Just because he ain't necessarily struggled the worst.
Mhm.
That might be enough to just be like, he ain't. You know what I'm saying? He don't really know what it's like. He don't really speak for us. You know what I'm saying? Which I do think is crazy because you really shouldn't have to go through the struggle to really understand being black. Cause
Exactly.
I feel like the struggle, like yeah, we can talk about the government all day, but I feel like outside the struggle, I feel like we still have things within our own culture that we can identify with.
Okay, me being the rebuttal, let's be real though. If you ain't go through a certain amount of shit, sometimes though, it be harder to convince that nigga that white people out here fucking us over. You know what I'm saying? He
Mm.
like shit. I don't know about that. They like me. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. They good with me. So it like
Yeah,
sometimes that nigga be kind of like confused until he get like
yeah,
a nigga wake up call or something. He be like, oh shit, this is
yeah.
racism. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I can get that. I can get that. Especially if you're trying to point them out. Cause like you said, you might get called a coon. I'm not gonna lie. You might get called a coon until they see it for themselves. Cause some people, let's be real, some people haven't even tried to live outside of the bubble that they're in to see
Mhm.
what it's like. Cause some people are on the notion of like, oh, he talking about it, she talking about it. She said she seen somebody and this happened, you know what I'm saying? So they might not even try to escape it. They just be like, fuck it. This my life. Let me see where I fit in. So mm, my bad. This dog done peed everywhere.
Mm.
Real talk. Real talk. Shit, bro. What we got? We got footage, bro. We got content. We got 42 minutes of content. That's crazy on a random ass day. Purely just regular ass conversation. That's crazy. Well, not, I ain't gonna say that's crazy. That's so good. That's great. I'm gonna stop saying crazy. I'm gonna say that's great. That's great. Um, anything. Okay, now it turned into a podcast. Now it get now the magic come together. Anything y'all want to say to the chat that didn't even know y'all was talking to them, or you didn't even know you was talking to? Now, before I let y'all go. Well, before I start recording.
mm, mm.
You like, damn, I don't know. Shit, I said. That's how I be though.
Cause I had a point, but I forgot the point. I ain't gonna hold you. I was trying to let everybody finish. Um, come on, Lawrence. Come on, where is that? Oh, I lost that bit. Um, I'm gonna just say that no matter where you come from, like what is Indian culture and also they got going on. Even in like Europe. Well, I can't say Europe. I don't really give a fuck about Europe, but other places. I feel like there's a lot of places that stem from um from the struggle that they have included into their culture. Like I know for a fact Italians got some stuff that were included in the culture from just being over here and the struggle that they had to deal with, even though half of them got brought over here because of fuck, I don't remember his name right now. But the point is, everything has a struggle. It's just about how you include it into your culture. I feel like is what matters the most.
How
But
you
that's just me.
how you turn lemons into lemonade type idea. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying? Okay,
yeah.
there you go. What about you, Lily? What you got?
I'm Kalia today.
We Khalil in this moment.
No, I would just say, like, be proud of who you are. Like, Black people, we have come so far. So far. Since pre slavery, post slavery, 10 years ago. Like, just, own who you are, celebrate your Black history, know your Black history, because we cannot be a change if we're not aware of what we're wanting to change. If we're not aware of the generational trauma, we can't expect to do better and be better if we don't know what that consists of. And it really starts by just knowing your history, knowing yourself, knowing your culture, and appreciating it. That's all I got.
Beautiful, beautiful, man. Let me see. Can I do this real quick? There we go. There we go. Big applause. Big applause.